All right, we should be live.
Finally. It took a while.
Yeah, sorry. We haven't streamed since September, and I kind of forgot how to do it a bit.
We haven't streamed since the Massachusetts primary.
Right.
Anyway, welcome to the live. You're all doing good. So we'll be taking a look at New Mexico first right now.
Yep. So far, no results have come in.
I know we did a super last-minute video. It just went up a few minutes ago.
Yeah, but we basically in that video explained what the election was, why it's happening, and if we think it'll impact the 2020 election results. I mean, 2022 election results.
Yeah, it is the margin that we're going to be looking at very closely tonight. And the funny thing is, we were actually looking at the tweets right before we made the video. It actually seemed like Democrats are doing much better than what at first we expected. From Alex Ross on Twitter, it seems that the election day vote, the Democrats are actually leading it, which is very surprising because usually the election day vote is when we're seeing Republicans gaining some steam and stuff, but we're seeing something different this time. We're seeing Democrats possibly winning the election day vote, which is very weird. According to these new numbers released by the Secretary of State at 5 p.m. Democrats, apparently, election day voting turnout was 13,216. Republican turnout on election day was only 10,000, so that's a 3,000 vote lead by the Democrats. And this is on top of the fact that Democrats are currently leading the early vote, which means our prediction we initially made, which was without taking that into consideration, we made a prediction of like 14 to 17%. It looks like the Democrats might actually end up winning by higher than like that 14 to 17% after we took a look at the fact that this election day voting, which is very surprising, seeing Democrats leading the election day vote. But anyway, we're going to wait for the results to come out. For those of you who know, New Mexico first is where we have Albuquerque, which is a pretty big city in the state of New Mexico. I believe also pretty high Hispanic population there, which would, be very important in delivering Democrats' victory here.
Yep. So I'm going to refresh and see if anything has come up. And so far, no, nothing. It's probably going to take a bit of time for the polls to project their ballots to websites such as the New York Times. So we are going to be waiting patiently.
Unfortunately. But wow, it's been a while since we've been this active on our channel. School has been pretty busy. In the past few weeks, we're hoping that we can kind of get up and running again. We have been more active now than before, I guess, but for sure.
It's good to be back. It's good to be back. And also, as all of you know, not a lot of things happen in the 2021 year. We are waiting for November for the New Jersey and Virginia gubernatorial elections. Heck, this month there is going to be a mayoral primary, which, Democratic primary is basically the election because Republicans have essentially no chance in New York City, especially nowadays.
Right, and very surprising is what we're seeing is, we haven't made a video on this yet, but Catherine Garcia, who was polling at like 5th or 6th before, apparently the latest poll has shot up to first place. Again, I think it is completely an outlier. We still got to wait for the results for that. But it's very interesting, and I think part of it had to do with the fact that the New York Times did endorse her. She's the former sanitation commissioner. So we're going to definitely take a look to see what happens. But in the meantime, let's wait for the results to come out. Polls closed 10 minutes ago. Hopefully results will start rolling in soon.
Let me refresh again for good sake, and so far nothing. Stansbury and Moores both have no. So yeah, we still gotta wait.
You guys can feel free if you have any questions in the chat. We'll do our best to answer any questions you might have in the chat. In the meantime, while we're waiting for these results to come out, wow, 13 people watching. That's more than what we've seen before. trying to take a look on Twitter right now if we're getting any new information right now. Yeah, nothing very new that's very important right now.
Yep. 9 viewers.
This is very interesting.
Well, I mean, it's not the first time where
yeah, I was gonna say that.
primaries or elections, polls take time
Yeah.
for them to come.
I remember when we did the Arizona state primary with Martha McSally and what's his name, Daniel, the skincare executive, Daniel McCarthy, I believe. Yeah. That one took a while for the results to come out from there. What else? Massachusetts primary did actually come out pretty quick, I believe. We saw pretty quickly that Markey was going to end up winning re-election from in that primary.
Yep. So if you want, while you're waiting, you can go watch the video that Lucas recently put up. It kind of, dives into the logistics of everything. Why this race is happening, how this race is going to impact the 2022 midterms, and, all that information. $15 viewers.
Nice.
Yay.
But yeah, we make our predictions there as well. Our prediction on that video was a 14 to 70% win for the Democrats. 14 to 17 seems to be the best one. I guess I'll give some shout outs right now. Shout out to a guy on Discord. Thank you for helping us with our Twitter. Our Instagram. Thank you to God of Politics for helping us, gathering this information. Shout out to Bird. I hope you're doing well, Bird. Let's just hope that election results come out soon.
Absolutely. Still waiting for results.
But yeah, if you're just coming on right now, I guess we suggest first taking a look at the video we put up a few minutes ago where we gave our predictions for the race, because it doesn't look like we are going to be getting any results out soon. Or maybe we will. Maybe everything just dumps in 1 minute. But right now we're still waiting for the results.
So far, no results. Very anticlimactic.
Yeah, for sure. What else should we talk about? The future of our channel, maybe? What else can we talk about that's going to be happening with our channel soon?
Well, as I said, there's going to be a mayoral race, a pretty critical one, that's coming up in less than 4 weeks or so. And New York mayor is probably one of the most important mayoral positions in the whole country.
Yeah, for sure. We also got the 2 governor elections. Terry McAuliffe in Virginia, and also Phil Murphy in New Jersey. What else is coming up? The Ohio special elections are coming soon. Wow, it's just me. My stream is lagging quite a bit. Interesting. Yeah, sorry about that. I think we might have had some lag there, but I think we're back on now. Still no results coming out again. This isn't the first time that we've been waiting here for the first results to come out. But I guess, yeah, we can discuss what else we're going to be seeing with our channel here. We're going to be continuing to make predictions. We're thinking about doing some state legislature predictions, maybe in Virginia as well as New Jersey, see what's happening.
Yep.
Obviously, we'll be looking at 2022. Yeah, I think some people asked us to do some redistricting videos. We might do that as well. We've got to first kind of figure out. I got to figure out like how to use DRA.
And once again, no results yet. 17 minutes in. It'll take some time. Drop by any questions if you have any. Let's refresh again. This is so sad. There are no results yet. It's been like 18 minutes.
So maybe I can ask questions to the chat that I couldn't figure out the answers to, or I forgot the answers to. Let's see. Did Carly Fiorina endorse Donald Trump at the end of the day in 2016? I don't remember.
She was kind of a different candidate from the bunch. I know she was Ted Cruz picked her as his vice president before he dropped out. Come on, New Mexico.
Is New Mexico the next Nevada?
For people who are coming in, we are trying to get results from New Mexico special election, which could or could not be a determinant of the 2022 midterms, but sadly, we don't have any results yet. This is very anticlimactic. Yeah, so drop any questions you guys have in the chat, if any. This is so depressing. I'm gonna be saying that a lot, but people don't want to update the results. Currently, no results. I guess New Mexico doesn't want us to know how the polls ended up closing. Well, yeah, basically, if you didn't watch the video, we do think that Stansbury is going to win because the district is overwhelmingly Democratic. And also, Mark Moores has not been doing his best to kind of advertise and mobilize the Republican vote. Maybe for the reason that he knows it was unlikely that he was going to win in the first place. We're 23 minutes in and we have no results. Let's refresh one more time to see if we have any results. Sadly, we don't have any results. This race may end up being like the next Nevada, because over there it also took a couple of days for the results to come in. Hopefully we're not going to be sitting here for days. That would not be good.
Alright, so let's see. What else are we going to be doing for our channel? You can drop some suggestions for
Hopefully
what
we'll
we
do.
can do.
We still don't know what we're gonna do for 5,000 subscribers. Yeah, we still have to talk to each other about that. But we know that next year it's going to get very, we're going to be pumping out as many videos as we possibly can, because we know that there are going to be a lot of races coming up. And so far, it's hard to tell whether it's going to be a red wave year. By tradition, it is, but this is not a traditional year, as all of you know. It's very fortunate that we're getting back to normal. Cases are lower, but, people will not forget what happened during the past year and a half, and we really don't know how that's going to impact the results.
Yeah, we're just slowly moving at this point.
Just
I'm
sad.
just hoping maybe they give us like a huge dump at once.
Yeah, maybe that's possible.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Let us refresh again, and sadly, no, we do not have any result that we can bring to you guys. As sad as it is. But what you can expect is a victory from Melanie Strasberg, because this is a pretty safe district in New Mexico. New Mexico as a whole is a pretty safe state for the Democrats. But what matters is the margin.
But yes, the big question is, what margin are we going to see it? See a winning. That'll be very interesting to see. Obviously, this isn't the big district that's very competitive in New Mexico. That one's the second district. But we're just waiting on to see, what the margin will be and what that could say for 2022.
Right, that's exactly it. So far, no results. I don't think it's ever been this anticlimactic before.
No, it hasn't. We usually get the result within like the first 15, 20 minutes, if that really. Yikes.
Well, 30 minutes in, no results. I didn't even know such things were possible. You would think, right? Because it's a single district, but who knows what type of problems they're having.
But again, if you haven't watched our prediction video yet, do that first before guests hopping back on.
Let's see. Yep, New York Times is not showing anything. This is very unfortunate. Well, we got 8 likes, so thank you guys for the support. No matter how small, it's very fulfilling to see that some people, bring out the support, especially on a live occasion like this. We are 32 minutes in, 32 painful minutes of no results. I wonder how many times I've already said that now. Once again, if you guys have any questions, make sure to drop them in the chat. I'm gonna see if there are any. Let us refresh again. So far, nothing. Oh, wait, guys. I think we've got ourselves our first results.
We did.
And surprising, only 931.
A tiny drop.
Tiny drop. But better than nothing.
So I guess we can take a look at this right now.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Santa Fe. Oh, well, this isn't like the Santa Fe town, but it seems to be a park called Santa Fe.
Yes.
I think this was pretty expected that Marcos would take this.
Yeah. I guess this is a pretty Republican area. Once again, hard to tell what the future is going to be based on 931 votes. We'll have to keep waiting and to see. We're going to have to keep waiting to see what's going to happen when more votes come in. But we definitely can assure you that the Republican will not be winning just because of how democratic this county really, or this district really is.
Yeah, I was just told that the Santa Fe area, I think you got a politics for letting me know this. He told me that the county went 64-35 to Holland's opponent in 2020 in November. So this really isn't that big of a surprise. What is this? 540 out of 61%, so it's about aligning to what it was before.
Yep. The results will show up on your screens momentarily. There's just a slight delay for the stream. Elder Rivera asks, any update on how the race is handling? Well, yes, we finally have our first batch of votes, about 1,000 voters. New York Times reports, and it's a 58-36 to Mark Moore's. But once again, this is a very tiny sliver of what the total amount of results will be. So we can't make any conclusions yet. Yep, so far this is our only batch that has come up. New York Times says it's been updated less than a minute ago. So this is the most updated results that we have as of now. We probably won't know what the final margin is going to be until pretty much later in the race, maybe even tomorrow. Maybe we'll even make a separate video debriefing how this race really turned out.
This is a Senate bill. I'm not too surprised that the Democrats walked out. I think it was a pretty restrictive bill, probably even worse than the one in Georgia.
I really hope it doesn't take another 37 minutes for more results to come in. That would be quite the slow and steady game that we really don't want to see. Come on, New Mexico. Release the ballots. Oh boy. Oh boy, we got some major updates. So we just got another 5,000 votes, and the tides have shifted away from Mark Morris to Melanie Stansbury. Stansbury has 3,154 votes. Mark Morris has 2,027. The margin percentage is 58-37, which as of now is about a 19% margin. But once again, we still have to wait for a lot of more votes to come in. So we'll see how it goes. Alrighty, so for anyone tuning in, we have some results now. We have 5,000, almost 6,000 total results. Melanie Stansbury, the Democrat, has 57% of the vote, almost 58, and Mark Moores has almost 39% of the vote. So about a 20-point margin as of now. Not saying that it will happen, but if this margin continues, this may be a good sign for the Democrats in the sense that the margin is very high, and that could translate into the turnout in the midterm elections, but it may not, because let's be real, a race in New Mexico may not, the turnout of the race in New Mexico may not be the same as the turnout of a race in Albany, New York, for example. Two very different places, two different candidates. Every race has its own characteristics, own, situation. So, that's why we can't draw such a strong parallel between them.
I think I'm back now.
Okay, Lucas is back. Yeah, he got disconnected, but now he's back. So now we got both of us. 2 is better than 1. We got 18 viewers, so hello to all of you that came. So for anyone who came in, we got some results now. Melanie Stansbury is in the lead with about a 20% lead in the race. Right now we only have 6,000 votes approximately. Let's see, do we got any questions in the chat? Elder Rivera asks, is this district bigger than Texas 06? So according to 2019, I believe, Texas 06 is bigger than this district. New Mexico has, or this district has about 700,000. Texas 6 district has about 800,000. So it's about 100,000, maybe a bit more than 100,000 increase. And also, most areas in New Mexico are not populated. It's a pretty sparsely populated state.
Yeah, but this district is within one of the bigger cities, which is Albuquerque.
Yeah, Albuquerque.
That's the capital of New Mexico. Yeah, is it, or is it? I believe it is Albuquerque. Hold on. Oh no, sorry, it's Santa Fe. But Albuquerque is a very big city in New Mexico.
Right.
So if we want to compare the results so far between this election and in November's election, in November, Sandoval County voted 55 to Deb Haaland and 44% to Michelle Holmes. Currently, however, it's 63% for Stansbury and 33% for Moore. So it looks like there could be a slight outperformance here. But we still have results that are still coming out. But as of now, this is interesting. Oh, this is interesting. David Wasserman from Twitter, if you guys know him. David Wasserman, he's from Cook Political, I believe. He says, "Oh, I've seen enough. They win." Dave Wasserman has just announced that he's seen enough, and Melanie Stansbury has defeated Mark Moore.
Well, that was known from the start. That doesn't give us too much information. What's important is the margin, and we do have another update for you guys. So, we got about 7,000 votes now, and the margin between Stansbury and Morris has decreased. It is now about a 13% lead from Stansbury as compared to a 20% lead. But once again, this county is pretty populous. This district is pretty populous, 7,000 votes as compared to the number I stated when I answered the question. We still got a long way to go. $3,700 votes to 2,700 votes. So right now, Stansbury...
We are lagging a ton.
Are we?
Apologies to everyone. We're about 3 minutes lagging, I believe. Because I'm on the screen on my computer, it seems that we are. This is upsetting.
It's okay. They will get updated eventually. Yeah, so just to remind everyone, we do think that Stansbury is going to win. What's important is by how much she wins. That's what we're looking for. That is the golden factor by how much she wins. Because this is a pretty safe Democratic district from the start.
So yeah, really no surprises so far. Yep. So we're getting new results from Bernalillo, I believe. Yeah. This is an overperformance of what Holland got. Holland got 59 in Bernalillo, and Stansbury currently has 64 in Bernalillo. I'm pronouncing this wrong. I'm sorry, Bernalillo. Yeah. Stansbury is up a ton right now. This is interesting. Huh. I don't think the results right now are going to hold. I think we still got to wait for Torrance County to come out.
Oh, whoa. Wait, whoa. We just got a huge dump of around 70,000 votes, or I can't do math. That was about an 84,000 vote margin, or 84,000 vote dump. So, wow. 30 points for Stansbury as of now. 30%. That is a crazy margin. Once again, we still gotta wait.
Yeah, it would be a pretty big surprise if she actually does win by 30%.
That would be huge.
Because we still need to wait for Torrance County to come out, which is more of a Republican county. But that really won't deliver that many votes. So this is actually, it looks like Stansbury might actually win somewhere in the ballfield with 30 points. That would be very surprising. It's not the first time we've felt this way before. We expected a Democrat to get into the Texas 6 runoff. Of course, we know now that it was 2 Republicans. But this is interesting.
Yep.
So interesting. I wonder how many votes we're going to be getting from Torrance County. Probably like because election day turnout was 5,000, or sorry, 6,000, 7,000. If election day turnout was 7,000, what is it going to be like now? 2,000.
Who knows? Who knows?
Regarding Valencia County, though, um, Valencia County, they won by 3,000. Oh, sorry. I mean, turnout was around 3,000 in November. Currently, turnout is 400. I don't know if that's all.
That would be quite the difference.
That would be interesting. If these results hold, very surprising. Probably more surprising than Texas 6. Actually, I don't want to say that because it might be because we predicted 15 points. If Stansbury were to win by 30 points, just wow. That's all I gotta say. Wow. When was the Texas 6 election? That was end of April, right? It was like April. Oh, May 1st. Okay. Okay. Well.
Yep, so far, not too many results. I mean, better now than where we were 20 minutes ago. 93,000 is definitely better than 6,000.
So Aubrey Dunn, fun fact, I believe she actually has held a state office before? Or sorry, he? Oh yeah, he was the former Public Lands Commissioner of New Mexico under Susana Martinez. Okay, I see. So he was elected as a Republican, switched to the Libertarian Party. So, him being on the ticket here really doesn't help Mark Moores at all. it's hurting him.
So far, no results as of 4 minutes ago.
Oh, it's also June. Happy Pride Month.
Yes.
No new results coming in. Yeah, Eric, what do you think turnout's going to be this election? Because I really don't know.
Turnout's going to be a wild card. I'm wondering if Memorial Day is going to throw off this election, even though it's right after Memorial Day. Probably not too much of a big factor because for most people, today is a working day or like not a holiday. So, it's hard to tell. I guess I would assume people in this district know about this race, and I guess most people will go and turn out. It's for any race that's not on election day. Turnout is definitely less than on November, whenever election day is, because it's not it doesn't resonate with people that this is like an election as compared with the November, where there's a Senate ballot, there's a House ballot, there's a presidential ballot, there's a lot of things on the ticket in November. It's different now. It's definitely going to be less than it would be on November. That's for sure.
Yeah, I guess the question really is like how much.
So no results yet. Updated very recently. We will keep you updated if we have any changes, but we will keep the stream running. 25 viewers. Hello to all of you who have come.
Yeah, no, the results are not supposed to be close here. This is a safe Democratic district.
Yes.
Sorry, I know that we're probably lagging a lot, so we'll probably hear the responses a few minutes later.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. I must have set up the stream a bit incorrectly. But you will see the results eventually. Yep.
Slowly. Just got some new numbers.
Yeah, I mean, slowly but surely some numbers are coming in. They're not too significant. We're still in the 93,000 range. Stansbury's still in the lead by a whopping 30%. Do we think that's going to hold? No. That would be a humongous overperformance from Stansbury, especially from a special election. That's basically unheard of, especially in modern times. It's probably going to narrow as more votes start to come in.
But yeah, if it is going to be a 30-point victory, this might be the biggest upset maybe for what we've called since Roger Marshall crushing Chris Klobuchar. That might be the first one.
Possibly.
I think that we got wrong. We thought Chris Klobuchar was going to win that one. I remember last year.
Results are slowly coming in.
Slowly trickling in.
Yeah, we got a huge dump about 15 minutes ago or so.
Yeah. I guess nothing new.
Nope.
What else should we discuss here?
If you got any questions.
What's your favorite music, Eric?
What's my favorite music? I'm open to anything, Classic rock, classical music, anything.
Very cool.
Music is music to me.
That is true. I agree. I mean, I'm not really a fan of classical, personally. I do prefer pop.
That's respectable. So let's see. New Mexico in the 2020 election, total turnout.
Oh, we just got some new numbers.
Did we?
Moore just gained by 0.3, which is not really significant.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, New York Times is great because they show, like, when they get a new dump, you see the numbers moving. Like, you don't need to refresh for New York Times. New York Times, they automatically do it, and they show, like, what the change is.
Yep.
Right above the numbers.
So let's take a look.
So yeah, it just updated slightly.
Yep. So in 2020, Deb Haaland got 186,000 votes, and Garcia Holmes got 134,000. So that's about 300,000 total voters. Right now, we got about 100,000. How long will it take to reach that approximate number? We're not really sure. We got another slight dump. Results are still basically the same. Stansbury is leading Mark Moores by still around 30%, which is a pretty great margin. Great meaning very huge margin.
Are we gonna be sitting here all night waiting for the results? Wow, these are going so slow.
Yeah. I guess the people in New Mexico like to take their time. It took about half an hour to get even any results. And even then, we only got like 930 or something. Some sort of extremely small number. Yep, so far for anyone who's tuning in, we have 94,000 total votes. We got 63% from Stansbury, the Democrat, and 33% from Mark Moores, the Republican. About a 30% lead for Stansbury. We are very sure that Stansbury is going, or the margin between Stansbury and Moore is going to decrease. In our video, we predicted around a 14 to 17, or 14 to 16% margin. Hopefully, our prediction will be right. Oh, we have a major update. New York Times just declared Stansbury as the winner with only 94,000 votes. This still is not too helpful because we knew that she was going to win, but we are very curious to see by what the margin is going to be, and in order to figure that out, we do have to tally up all of the votes, which we really don't have at the moment. We're slowly getting more numbers, but we are not close to the end. Streaming for an hour, and we got some major results.
No surprise here. Yeah. I think we all saw this coming. Okay. Yeah, very interesting. So, we also have some results from the Secretary of State office, which I'm told that they come in a little faster. Secretary of State office is showing the same thing, I believe. Yeah, 60,058. Oh, actually, it's a little ahead.
The New York Times, you mean? Jeff Warren asks, does the New York Times hate YouTube streamers?
I'm not sure, actually.
No, I know why he asks that. It's because of the huge delay. The delay is on my end. That was me. I set up the stream incorrectly because I haven't done the stream since September of last year. And I forgot a few things. But you're still getting the results. They will just come a bit later. But you do make a good point. It's definitely not helpful for YouTube streamers. They want suspense. Possibly. Elder Rivera asks, is there any indication of underperformance for Dems? Well, can't directly read into the future, but as of now, Stansbury is holding strong with a 30% lead.
It's actually quite the opposite. The only indication we do have of there being a potential underperformance is in these more rural counties like Torrance County. We still only have early numbers, but Republicans are overperforming their November performance. In Valencia County, we're seeing the same thing. Democrats are slightly underperforming, but it's about the same. Santa Fe County, yeah, I think generally there has been no signals of underperforming. It seems to be mainly. It seems to be mainly the pattern is a Democratic performance for sure. We were not expecting these numbers from Bernalillo County. Thank you, whoever in the chat said it was.
Right, and as I explained in the video, there was this interesting article that said that they kind of created a baseline of based on the margin that Stansbury has to win over in order for there to be some sort of indication. That number was 12 points. Right now we're at 30. Obviously, we still don't have all of the votes, so that's definitely not going to be the final margin, or at least it's extremely unlikely that will be the final margin. We've got a few more votes, but nothing too crazy. No crazy updates. Still a 30-point margin between Stansbury and Moore.
I just saw a tweet out from our good friends unbiased election predictions from YouTube saying, guys, this special election guarantees a blue wave. Obviously a joke, but yeah, no. I don't think this is going to show anything with 2022.
Right. which is what I was thinking in the beginning, because Lucas, he expressed interest in this race, and I was like, huh? I was like, I mean, the an election is an election. There's no disparity between that, but will it, as I said in earlier in the stream, will it determine how the results are going to end up in New York? Don't think so. And also, in the politics world, a year or so, a year and a half, I guess, if we're counting into November of 2022, that's like 50 years in the politics world. So we still have to wait and see if anything else is going to happen in general that will sway the general approval of Democrats or Republicans.
Yeah, that's 100% true. Just thinking about when we first started this channel a year ago, wow, it's felt like 500 years since then, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, no new results. 96,000 total votes. We're expecting, well, in 2020, there was a total of around 300,000 voters, but that was on election day. It's probably going to be somewhere less than that, possibly 250,000, possibly even less. Who knows? But long story short, this final 96,000 number is definitely not going to be the final. Is not going to be the final number once all of the ballots are counted. We are looking at the margin. We are going to see by how much Stansbury wins to even, predict if there is any indication. But I don't think this race is going to translate into 2022 because, as I was saying, there is still a long way to go for both Democrats and Republicans to mobilize both their parties and try to win over different people. And also, as I said in the video that we uploaded, you can go check it out. This is not a traditional year, and therefore we might not have traditional patterns.
Yeah, and the other thing is, like, if we say this indicates 2022, that directly contradicts what we saw in Texas a few weeks ago. Or actually, it's been 1 month since then. Wow, 1 month ago.
Time flies.
What we saw in Texas 6 was a major overperformance for Republicans with Jake Elitsy and what's her name? I know her last name's right. I don't remember her first name. It was Ron Wright's widow. What is her name? Susan Wright. Between Susan Wright and Jake Elitsy making it to the runoff, we all expected what's her name? Sanchez to make the runoff too, but that did not happen. Instead, Democrats were able to work severely underperforming what we expected. So it's going to be interesting to see how this might really have a correlation with 2022. As I said with the Connor Lamb example, nothing is secure.
Right. Each congressional district is different. Each have their own people. Each have their own demographics. Each have their own voting patterns. So we don't have any new dumps yet. Currently standing at 96,000 total votes with Stansbury in the lead with 30% margin over Mark Moore. Safe congressional district for the Democrats. The important thing are the margins. Margins are what we're looking for between Stansbury and Moore.
Yeah, 100% for sure.
Zorblock asks, what percentage of the vote is in? And the answer to that is, it's hard to tell because we don't know the total people that are going to be voting in this election. We don't have an official number. We could go by the amount of registered voters, and we could go by 2020 numbers. I said earlier in the stream that around 300 and something thousand people ended up voting from this congressional district. It's probably going to be lower than that because it's a special election. I assume somewhere around 250,000 total people. So if that is the ballpark number, then we have right below 50% of the vote is in. Probably around 40 or so percent of the vote is in. And they'll probably be counting throughout the night. And obviously we won't be here all night. But we may or may not make a video debriefing what happened, or just an update on one of our social media platforms.
Yeah, I think we'll probably make one tomorrow.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we really don't know the turnout numbers. Those weren't provided by the New York Times. Perhaps I don't think they have those out, which is upsetting. I wish we did have that.
19 total viewers. Thank you for everyone who tuned in. We know that this is not the most consequential election or the biggest election, but we do thank every one of you who have come out to support what we're doing.